For God. Congresswoman Capito, I want to take this opportunity to thank you for allowing your constituents this unique opportunity to have input into the economic recovery of the United States. My name is Robin Holstein, and I'm a published author and the owner of Robin's Desktop LLC. I provide administrative support services to include things like social networking updates and marketing, e-newsletters and email blasts, newsletters, and all manner of things like that to other small business owners and small associations and entrepreneurs worldwide. You had asked constituents to provide how they think they represent economic recovery. Well, I would like to think that I represent an economic recovery based on self-sufficiency and use of technology. I work with using high-speed internet, and it's crucial that this broadband access be available to myself and my clients. I have one part-time assistant that I brought on through a staffing service back in the first part of the year. I decided not to hire her on directly because of the associated employment fees and workers' compensation coverage and things that would have to be provided. My small business, those costs are outrageous. I can't fork them over. So I brought her in through a staffing agency who covers all of those things for me. Now, while a lot of people may sneer at the phrase trickle-down economics, I'm living trickle-down right now because my clients, the people who contract with me and pay me for services, are finding their revenues coming in much slower than anticipated. That's causing them to put off hiring, put off purchasing, and to slow down on the amount of work that they contract with me. One client, an HVAC company in Kanawha County, reports that their revenues are lagging 6 to 8 weeks behind what would normally be seen. Another client I have has a PhD in chemistry. He gives lectures all over the world, but he's seeing the requests for his services cut because people are reducing the amount of money they're spending on workshops and trainings for their staff. Now, these are just two examples of my clients, but they represent a pretty good percentage of my revenues. And as they cut back, I have to cut back. And if the economy doesn't improve soon, I'm going to have to lay off my one part-time staffer. And the longer I hold on, the longer I put it off, the closer we're getting to the holidays. And the harder it's going to be, number one, to let her go, but number two, for her to recover in time for the holidays. The way Washington is messing around with the economy, it reminds me of medieval medicine, back when they used to bleed a patient, trying to rid them of all the evils inside of them. And instead of making them better, it was actually making them weaker. Washington has got to stop trying to fix the economy and leave it alone and let it heal. Government likes to restrict or discourage certain behaviors through the use of the tax code. For instance, when they want to discourage people from smoking cigarettes, they increase the taxes on cigarettes to take it out of the reach of many of the people who participate in that otherwise legal activity. Same thing for drinking alcohol or other sin taxes that they like to increase to discourage certain behaviors. Well, if it discourages these negative behaviors or behaviors that the government feels are negative, it's going to discourage behaviors that would otherwise be positive. High taxes discourage economic growth. Otherwise, why do we have to give special breaks for companies to move into particular areas of, West Virginia, for this instance? We recently had a company requesting a reduction in their property taxes so that they could stay in the county they were located. It's very evident that the taxes are a bane to the economy and to economic growth. I wrote a book, and I wrote the book to help people like me take charge of their careers and start their own businesses working over the internet. But as long as government is dickering around with taxes and keeping the economy unstable by messing around with programs and screwing around with our buying cycles, like with the cash for clunkers, very few people are going to want to step out and take the initiative and start their own business. And even fewer people are going to buy my book, and even fewer people are going to contract my services or request me to speak for their groups, and so on and so forth. I, along with a lot of other small business owners, can help the economy recover if the government will stop trying to fix things. Thank you very much for your service to the people of West Virginia.